Welcome to Blonde Cards and Crafts. Let's make something together. Hello crafters, welcome if you're new here, welcome back if you're a subscriber. Today I'm going to make card 3 using the Love from Lizi July 2023 card kit. Down in the description you'll find links to the products I've used as well as this kit, my previous unboxing video, the measurements for this card, as well as links to cards 1 and 2. So for this card I have a piece of white cardstock. It measures 12 inches by 6 and I've scored it at 6. That'll give us either a side folding or top folding card, whichever you like. For me, I'm going to make this a side folding card. I have this piece of pattern paper that I made myself using the little leaf stamp that came in the kit stamps, and I have stamped up this pattern paper. I've used a circle die from Lizi's nested circle dies to die cut out my opening here, and Lizi has these nested circle dies on the website. I leave links to those down in the description as well. I've put a piece of acetate on the back. This acetate measures 5 1/4 by 5 1/4, and then you can see there I've used the foams that come in the kit to lift this up for my shaker pieces. You'll also see here at the corners I've put some foam, but just for these bottom corners. That's because this will be the bottom of the shaker card, so I just want my shakers to fill the opening. I don't want them to fill the bottom here once the card is standing. So when my card is standing like so, then those corners will be down at the bottom there, and it'll keep the sequins up nicely. For behind this, I have a piece of pattern paper. This piece is the same size as the acetate. It's 5 1/4 by 5 1/4, and that'll sit behind our window here. I have this piece. It's a piece of pattern paper. It was an offcut. My brown piece measures 5 3/4 by 3/4 of an inch, and then the pattern paper measures 5 1/2 by 1/2 an inch, and I'll pop that in the inside just to decorate the front. I'll also stamp a sentiment later on the inside as well. I have taken the hello as well that came in the stamp set. It's where we got our leaf to stamp our own pattern paper, and I've stamped that on there. I'm going to fussy cut that out. I've also taken some more of this craft cardstock. I've put 2 strips of the foam that we got in our kit on the back, and then I've used the U die to die cut out my letters, and then that'll have them on the foam ready to go. So my front of my card will say hello you, and they'll go on the acetate part. I've also taken one of the ephemera pieces, the mason jar with the flowers, and I'm going to sit that over here just to embellish it. So then we'll have hello you here on the front. So that's all the pieces and parts that we need. Let's go ahead now and do some assembling. So I have my embossing buddy bag here, and this has an anti-static powder inside it. I like to rub that along the edge of my foam before I take the release paper off, and around in the inside, and then take a dry microfiber cloth, and I have one here, and just wipe off the excess, and that'll just help the sequins not to stick to the edge of the foam tape. It doesn't stop them all, but it does help, and it'll also help to clean your acetate as well. So now that we have that done, we can add some of our sequins to the inside, and I have been quite sparing. This is our second shaker card, so I want to just use some of them. It won't leave me a lot, but the thing is, Lizi does sell big bags of these. What we get in the kit is just a sample bag. So if you like making shaker cards and you don't want to run out, you can get the bigger bag From Lizi's website, and I love these because there's lovely little black hearts as well as a matte gold and a holographic gold. So now I have those inside. I can take off the release paper on my foam. I'm going to add a little bit of liquid glue onto my foam, and that'll just help me to seat my pattern paper down on the foam tape. It'll give me a little bit of wiggle room. It just depends on how much glue you use, but that should just help me now when I'm adding the pattern paper down onto that. Oh, there's Buster. He wanted to come in for a visit, but my husband Mike is home at the moment, so he just nabbed him in time. So now I have that down there. Now we can add some glue to the back of this and put that down onto our card base. So I'll use the collal glue again to add this down onto my card base. And my ink was still a little bit wet. The VersaCraft ink, like the VersaFine Clear, it does take a little bit longer to dry than other glues or other inks. So I was just protecting my desk there. So now I have that situated where I want it. I've got a little bit of wiggle room there with the collal glue, and I'll just add a little pressure down there. Now that we have that in place, we can go ahead and add our little bouquet. So if you're adding anything to acetate, liquid glue can sometimes pop off. So it's usually advisable to use a double-sided tape. It tends to last better. So I'll use some that I have in my stash, and I'll put it onto the side where it'll be attached to the acetate. And then this side will be attached on here. So it's just really down through the middle that we need to add some double-sided tape. So now we're ready to go. I can add that then over here. Add a bit of pressure to that. And then we can add our sentiments. So I have the U. And I have the hello. I just need to fussy cut out the hello, and I'm quickly going to do that. There we go. So I think I'll put the hello there like that. And then the U there. Perfect. So I'll add a little bit of double-sided tape to the back of this. Take off the release paper, and I can just tuck that in under there, and we'll just make sure that's straight. That's straight. Now we can take the release paper off our letters. I love adding a little bit of sequins outside. It just, I think it ties in the sequence that is inside our shaker. So now we just need to add our strip on the inside. and then I can leave that blank, and at another time I can add a sentiment inside this. It'll be handy for when I know who it's going to. Sometimes if I'm writing a message to someone, it's nice to have the space. So I'll just pop this on the inside. And there we go. There is our 6x6 shaker card, and we've used our ephemera piece on the front. We've stamped our hello, and we've added our U die cuts to it. Now I'm going to embellish it using my sparkle pen to add a little bit of sparkle to the U. And then I'm going to take my accent glaze, and I'm going to add a little bit of my accent glaze to my flowers, just to make those pop and add a bit of dimension. So I hope you've enjoyed my video today. If you have, you might give it a thumbs up. If you're a subscriber, thanks for subscribing. And if not, you might click on that subscribe button, ding the bell, and that way you'll be notified next time I post another video. You can share your makes on Lizzie's Facebook page, on the group, as well as on my group Facebook page, which is called Your Cards and Crafts. So there we go, folks. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. That's card number 3, our shaker card, using the July Peach Blossom kit from From Lizi. Don't forget the measurements and links to products as well as the website will be down below, as well as the card measurements and the links to the previous 2 cards. So that's it. I leave it there. Until next time, folks. See you soon. Bye for now.